They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. Well, the Steelers and Bills, they played in the season opener last year, if you recall. And it was the Steelers who pulled off a bit of a stunner. They rallied late, beat the Bills in Buffalo 23-16. Buffalo a little bit of a rocky start to the season, but they would quickly right the ship.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark it down at the 49. Murray now on first down. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Murray going to throw. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Murray to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Murray now to throw. He's got it. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Christian Watson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. The quarterback will keep it himself. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen, he'll check this down to Hines. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Here we go.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now on 2nd and 16. Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw brought in by Austin.
A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Running left is Dillon.
And some room to maneuver. There's a nice move. 39 yards there, a big one. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They run again with Dillon. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Dillon will score. Touchdown, Steelers.
And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
It'll be Murray on the keeper.
And he is going to come up empty here as they stop him short of the goal line. And this will remain a 1-score game as the lead holds at 7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
On 1st down, Allen steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
On 2nd and 10, Allen. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw is probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. To the air, Allen. And Diggs has it. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. So they're going for it, and here's Allen.
Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Now Allen again. Going deep for Diggs.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Allen. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmunds, picks it. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
There he goes, right side. The 30. 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
James Cook, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward.
And he will not make it to the goal line. He'll come up short. And they'll be unable to get this back within one score as it stays a 9-point game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown!
Christian Watson.
His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say...
And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time.
Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Stephon Diggs, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a one-score deficit.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Cannon now elects to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
He finds Watson. It's caught. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
62 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Dillon now off the option.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Christian Watson.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They'll look to throw. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. First down, here's the run with Cook. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's going to let this one go deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Alert, alert, alert. Hey, tight, tight, tight.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Allen going to go on 4th down.
And bringing it in, it's Davis.
And he is going to have the Bills first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Allen now looks to throw.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Cook up the gut. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Josh Allen keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Bills are back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Dillon.
Room here to run. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
116 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And able to work his way down to the 16.
Murray to run again.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run here with Dillon.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Dillon.
Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown.
A.J. Dillon
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Flush to his right, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here's Cook again.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
56, 56.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Middle. Half. Alert!
From the gun, it's Allen. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Monte Nicholson picks it. And the Bills are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. So after the INT, it's Allen. Dancing to his left. And Davis with it left side. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great...
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. One final try here for Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
They'll start by running the option to the right. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. Ball on the 8, second and 2. This is Dillon on the counter. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. They run once more with Dillon. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Dillon up the middle, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. They go option right on second and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
They'll try and run. Dillon.
Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now fourth and goal.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Monte Nicholson picks it.
And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 33. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Allen.
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
Throwing is Allen.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
56, 56.
Now Allen.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the fourth. Time definitely of the essence now. Just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On second down, another run for Dillon.
Shoves him away. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. To throw is Murray. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And the Bills are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Allen. That's taken in by Knox.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And his kick is good. And the Bills have tied the game here in the fourth. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Conditions only going to get worse as we get back to football here to start this overtime. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this out to the 25.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
On second down, Cook. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep.
And he's got some space here.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The tackle made by Levi Wallace. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Give to Cook out of the gun. And some space here. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. He's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Buffalo, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.